And we're good now? Okay. Good evening, welcome to our city council meeting. Is that on? No? Usually I'm quiet, I'm louder than that. Good evening, welcome to our city council meeting this evening for Wednesday, January 10th. We will start off tonight with a Pledge of Allegiance led by Chief Carr.
Thank you, Mayor. If you'll all please rise and join me in reciting Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
We're going to jump right in tonight. We've got a short agenda. Item 4.2, City Council comments or recognitions. Anything from the council?
Just a quick shout out to our snowplow crews. They are going to have a very long week, and they're doing a great job. We appreciate all the care and time they take, especially with those late hours. So be safe out there, guys, and thanks for all you do.
Ditto on Steve's comment, and also the names have gotten lots of great feedback.
Yes,
so
snowplow names,
yeah, that was fun.
Notorious B.I.G., that's my favorite one.
I love it. Okay, see no other comments or recognition. We'll move on to public comment. At this point, audience members may bring any item to the city council's attention. Comments will be limited to 2 minutes. State law prohibits the council from acting on items that do not appear on the agenda. Public comments for this meeting will also be conducted electronically. Any person interested in addressing the council may submit a comment by emailing recorder@harriman.org or by visiting harriman.org/agendas and minutes, where there is a link to fill out an online public comment form. And that statement will be incorporated into the public record. So tonight I do have one public comment by Keith. What do you say? Clemis? Is that how you say your last name, Keith? You have 2 minutes there, Keith.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Keith Clemis, and I have lived in Harriman for about 4 years, currently in District 4 and previously in District 1. I'm here tonight to express my support for taking action to improve the city's water quality. As you all know, Harriman's water is extremely hard, which impacts not only the taste of our water, but also leads to mineral buildup and shortened appliance life, among many other things. Recommended solutions for homeowners like myself to mitigate this are often costly and inconvenient and may not sufficiently solve these issues for the entire home. Renters may not even have these options available to them. Like you, I reviewed the water treatment and supply report included in this evening's meeting agenda packet, and I'm encouraged by the options presented. I would like to add one comment regarding potential increases to water rates associated with these solutions. By improving the quality of our water at the source, such as by using Jordan Valley's water, costs for maintaining water softeners, filters, and buying bottled water will decrease for homeowners. I believe this will generally offset any potential rate increases, while still yielding softer and, hopefully, better tasting water, thereby improving the quality of life for residents and businesses. I look forward to the continuing discussions on this matter and would be happy to provide additional thoughts or involvement if requested. Thank you for all you do for the city.
Thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. Any other comments tonight, Nick? We'll hear from you in a minute. Okay, see no other public comment at this point. We'll move on to city council reports. Teddy.
We've got our new sewer district boards meeting the 4th Tuesday of this month, early 7 a.m. morning. If anybody wants to come and join, it's a fun meeting. And then also we got our education meeting tomorrow here at 8:30. One other comment I wanted to go with, yesterday was National Police Appreciation Day. It should be a week long or a month long. Thank you for what you guys do for our own police department. But all the citizens can say thank you by driving safely and slowly and stop doing dumb things. So that's it.
Okay, Sherry.
Okay, I will just report on my last meeting of the Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District. I was looking through the information that Justin provided in the packet for some solutions out here. And on our 10-year capital plan at the district, just the capital plan expenditure is $470 million, just for their capital expenditure. And that's just to get us through the next 10 years. So obviously that's projected to benefit farther than 10 years from now, but that's a lot of money. And so, and that's in today's dollars, so I don't even know, as you go out a little bit further, if that 470 turns into 500, probably. But that's just the reality of the cost of water. Now, that does not include developing the Bear River supply, which is really what's going to continue the growth here, is if we can develop the Bear River supply, and that is a big conundrum in itself. So I guess I just want to reiterate my comments in the work meeting. Reiterate my comments in the work meeting. I can hear myself. That's pretty interesting. Jordan Valley is working through a water budget policy right now, just trying to figure out how to make sure they don't over-allocate for the growth that's coming. The growth that's anticipated is far outpaces the growth that was anticipated 20 years ago. Just even the point itself will be staggering, the kind of density that's there. And then there's Olympia Hills, there's all the new annexation from Kennecott into South Jordan, all the West Bench areas. There's just a substantial amount of growth that's coming. And I guess the point is that the dictate coming from the legislature is very much conflicting with the reality of a finite water source. So I just beg, implore, plead with our state legislatures to tap the brakes and understand the wall that's coming at us and the lack of quality of life we will have in our state if they continue down this path, because we simply will not have the water that's necessary. So I will continue to reach out to them and beg and plead with them and implore them to really understand the issues with water before they pass some of this proposed legislation that I hear in LPC. It's pretty ugly. Anyway, a lot of that money, the $470 million, is going to the treatment plant right here in Harriman. Right now, it operates at 180 million gallons a day, and by 2040, it'll be up to 255 million gallons a day. So they're trying hard to keep up with the demand. I can tell you, I think the district does a fabulous job of that. I think they're ahead of the game on trying to make sure we don't hit, it's like a static thing. It's like telling me to shut up, I guess, that little noise up there. Okay, and then as far as water year, obviously you can tell we're not getting near as much snow as we had last year. However, we're getting some snow out there tonight. The roads are terrible. Not in Harriman, though. But our overall water usage last year with Jordan Valley decreased another 2%. And so that's super great news because that's on top of 2022. And so that means that even though we didn't implement any kind of drought status or anything from last year, people maintained good habits and are trying hard to conserve. So big kudos to the public for really understanding that we need to be really responsible with our water use. So that was super great. We're still above the 10-year average in all of our reservoirs here. Especially Utah Lake is in a really good spot right now. But we're only at about 78% average for our snow water equivalent. So if we can get a few more good storms and bump us up to at least average, I think that we'll be in pretty good shape going into next year. I think that's pretty much it. I think I need to report on that.
Thank you, Sharon. And can I just say thank you for your service on the water board. I think
Very fun.
we'll miss having you on there. I loved your passion for it, and I learned a lot. Like, truly appreciate what you brought back to the council with your passion for it. So thank you. So, Steve.
Yeah, just as an update from the Mosquito Abatement District, we received our annual report here just on Tuesday, talking about last year. And I won't go into all the details. Man, there were a lot of mosquitoes last year. Holy moly, there are a lot of mosquitoes. But the good news was that across the entire state of Utah for the whole year, there were only 9 cases of West Nile reported, so statewide over the whole year, despite some pretty substantial numbers of mosquitoes. We did have a lot of the pipiens and tarsalis, which are vectors for some icky stuff that had huge populations, but some of the other mosquito populations were not as high as we kind of expected them to be, so that was really good. But there's some great information on the website you can get that talks about, if you're really interested to go through the reports and see the counts and all the numbers and everything. But good news is Mosquito Abatement District is doing a great job, and I still think mosquito fish are the coolest thing I've ever heard of, so. I love it.
Thank you, everybody. I don't think I've had any meetings since it was a quiet December, so I don't have anything to report on tonight. So we'll move on to item 8.1, presentation of Government Finance Officers Association awards to the Finance Department. Kyle, are you going to head point or with Nick? Okay, we're going to turn the time over to our very own, Harriman's own, Nick Hells for this presentation.
Good evening, Mayor and Council and staff. It's kind of fun to see some familiar faces and friends up there. I'm Nick Hales. I am the Chief Accountant for West Valley City. In that role, I also currently serve as the President-elect of the Utah Government Finance Officers Association. And I wanted to add, I'm also the Barry sax player in the Harriman Jazz Project, if you like that. Glad to be here, honored to be able to represent the GFOA and the UGFOA to celebrate this great achievement of the Harriman City Finance Department in Harriman City. Tonight, Harriman City is being presented the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting from the National Government Finance Officers Association. This certificate has been awarded to Harriman for its annual comprehensive financial report for the year ending June 30th of 2022. So it takes a little while for this all to go through its process, right? And I understand this is the 8th time that Harriman City has received this award. Congratulations to you guys for that, and to council and to your very capable staff. The Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of government accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment by a government and its management. The program was established in 1945 to encourage and assist state and local governments to go beyond the minimum requirements of generally accepted accounting principles to prepare financial reports that evidence the spirit of transparency and full disclosure. This is a process, like I said, that takes a good long time. It begins with the budgeting process as you set up the information for spending, and goes through the year of activity, and then, at least for me at West Valley, we spend the next 6 months figuring out what we did the prior year and getting it into the reports. So I assume that it's similar for you guys. So I can assure you that this is a very significant endeavor for your team. So congratulations. I wanted to especially recognize the Harriman Finance Department for a job well done. Tonight I am also here to present you with the Popular Annual Financial Reporting Award from GFOA. While the ACFR is the acronym for the Annual Comprehensive Financial Report, if you're not familiar. The ACFR is a very long, very large report that's often hard to read because it's very technical. I don't even like to read mine, so there you go. The Popular Annual Financial Report kind of distills that large bit of information down to a much more readable format. It's usually somewhere between 10 and 20 pages of information. It includes graphics and pictures and lots of cool information about the community that it represents. And so Harriman was also awarded with this award for the Popular Annual Financial Reporting Award. And that is the 4th time that Harriman has received that award. And Harriman is one of only 8 cities in the whole state of Utah that submitted a PAFR and received that award. So congratulations to Harriman for that. Kyle asked me to give special recognition to the Communications Department for the help with that PAFR. And so thank you to the team of Communications and to the Finance Department. At this time, Kyle, did you want to come up and we'll make this official? So Kyle has a nifty plaque. You may have seen it up in your office. There you go. So on behalf of the Utah Government Finance Officers Association, I present that to you, and congratulations.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you coming out tonight.
Photo op?
You've got a speech. Yeah, you've got to give a speech.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really have a lot to say, but I did want to mention that the ACFR is a tremendous amount of work. As Nick had mentioned, they spent six months at West Valley working on it. We had 4 this year, not for this award, but the one we've submitted due to starting the budget process. So I do want to thank Trevor Coburn, our accountant, and then also Amy Stanger, our senior accountant, because they were integral in preparing the ACFR. And then also the PAFR really was John in communications. It was his diligent work that put that together. He basically took my information from the ACFR and put it in the report. So that really is his award, not mine on the PAFR, but.
I love it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. You want to do a picture? We got to do a picture of some sort. I mean, it's not with us, but with you guys at least. Somebody's got to take a picture of you, John. You've got to be in it, John.
We can use you guys as the background.
Yeah, use us in the background. We'll stand back here and, I mean, we can come down there if you want. I just, come down, okay.
Oh my gosh. Wendy's in charge. Telling us what to do.
See, look at that. I can do it with one hand. You could probably use 3 hands.
I'm going to tell you I was sucking on asking you to adopt it too.
My sister taught me to go like this to get. Are you taking a photo? So yeah. Oh, you have work that? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm
He can even make it into a movie.
probably next to Bryce. I'm the youngest one in here. So. All right. All right. 1, 2. Do you want the live off or on? Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Now we're going to start throwing ages out there.
Can I have a point
Who's
of-
the oldest one, Chief?
Wow, zing.
Can I have a point of privilege?
Yes, what does that mean? I don't even know.
I've heard that
Sherry would
before,
like
though.
to say something. She would like a point of privilege.
I would like a point of privilege. Hey, I just really wanted to go back to the city council comments and recognitions. When I got here, it's pretty miserable out there. And Monty was just out there with the snow blower, making sure the walks are clean. He is awesome. Thank you for making sure things were safe.
Thank you.
He was building a snowman when I came.
Well, Monty came out last night, met with that Columbus group with us last night to go over and spent a couple hours there with them last night. So
You have great employees.
we have amazing. So thank you, everybody involved with this award, with snow plowing, with everything. We're very fortunate with our staff out here. So thank you, everybody. And even though there was feedback, John, you do an amazing job.
I can hear myself.
That was weird. That's never happened before. That was weird. Okay. Consent agenda. Look for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as written.
We always look at Steve. Motion by Teddy, second by Sherry. Teddy,
Aye. Yes.
Sherry,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
and I'll vote yes.
Aye.
Aye.
See, whatever you need.
Personal privilege, aye. I can't keep up with you guys tonight. Okay, item 10.1, discussion and consideration of a request by Corey Gust with Anthem Center to amend the Anthem Commercial Master Development Agreement, design guidelines to increase maximum building height of a hotel motel land use from 45 feet to 65 feet on property located at 5141 West Denali Park Drive. Michael.
Thank you. And as the council knows, this is an item that was heard by the Planning Commission and was forwarded to you with their recommendation. I'll just be brief. This is part of the Anthem Commercial project here on the northern end of our city. This is the applicant's original request where they were looking to site a new hotel property within their project area. And initially, they were asking for properties that had visibility on Mountain View Corridor and Harriman Main Street. Again, they're requesting a height increase of 45 to 65 feet. Planning Commission held a public hearing, and we did receive some feedback from a few neighbors who were concerned about, obviously, potential noise or the impacts of height, the blocking of visibility of view sheds. In the end, the Planning Commission heard those comments and forwarded to you a recommendation that modified the original proposal, maintaining the height request, but requiring that it be limited to these particular locations that are adjacent to Mountain View Corridor. After the Planning Commission's motion to recommend this to the council, we double-checked with the applicant. They were comfortable with this modification. We've had a couple of conversations already with potential hotel users in this area, but nothing's been submitted to the city yet. We're waiting for your feedback or your decision on this request tonight. But again, this is a recommendation for approval from the Planning Commission. The commission did also, we wanted to kind of clean up this record. Oftentimes the copies that we have of these MDAs are scanned copies after they're recorded. And this one in particular, some of our documents are not as clear. And so we would just requested that the applicant provides original documentations, digital copies to the city versus just scanned copies. But with that, again, recommendation is for approval.
Okay.
No, I know we did get a comment that was emailed to us of someone concerned about this, the height and blocking the view, and I 100% respect that. But I believe that the accommodation made by the Planning Commission kind of helps mitigate that. This is quite a ways away from any residential property to where, and in actuality, Harriman kind of slopes that way anyway. So if you're on the other side of Main Street, the topography makes this even lower anyway.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, agreed, Sherry. I think you pointed out rightly, there's a legitimate concern for that, but I think with the being limited to a hotel and on this parcel, I'm supportive of it.
I know that the individual is concerned too about that it doesn't benefit Harriman, but a hotel here would substantially benefit all the residents of Harriman because of the tax revenue that's potential for it. And it's just a big benefit to us.
Yes, as the council knows, we have done market studies that show that there is an opportunity to provide this service, we believe successfully. And as you mentioned, it also has a really positive impact on sales tax generation.
Okay, I'll look for a motion then.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 2024-01, approving an amendment to the Anthem Commercial Master Development Agreement to increase the permitted height of a hotel at approximately 5141 West Denali Park Drive.
Motion by Sherry,
Second.
second by Steve. Steve?
Yes.
Sherry?
Yes.
Teddy?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes, that motion carries. Thank you, Michael. That brings us to the close of our meeting tonight. Future meetings, next Planning Commission meeting's next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, the 17th. Our next City Council meeting is January 24th. City offices will be closed on Monday, this coming Monday. Any other city events? I will say February 3rd? The 3rd, the Saturday? Is that the Saturday? Council, I haven't mentioned this to you. We just had a phone call about it last Friday, and I forgot. February 3rd is a Saturday. So from 9 to 3, this is the Governor's Office of Immigration received a grant, and because of the challenges we're dealing with out here, there's going to be we've been chosen as the first site to do they're calling it employment pathway fair for the Latino community. So that will be here in the community room in Harriman on the 3rd from like 9 to 3. And that's a free event paid for by the state. It'll be supported by that Columbus group that was here. They will be actually providing the staffing for that in conjunction with that. So again, it's just, they bring in, anybody's welcome, they can come in. There will be signups that we will send out, not from, won't come out from the city, it will come out from, we probably might share it as a city too, but come from the governor's office. Natalie Denier is her name, she's amazing, she's a rock star. But there'll be opportunities, they get them into a couple of different buckets as far as what their needs are. There will be legal services here. So it's just providing them a pathway so they get into that system so they can start finding. 9 to 3.
Mayor, in addition, it's not necessarily just the cities, but I know that, I believe Representative Perucci is also
Thank
doing
you.
a town
Yes.
hall here Saturday at 10:30.
10:30, yes. Yep.
And very exciting, the legislative session starts next week. So.
Tuesday, here we go. I can't think of any other future events right now. So with that, I will look for a motion to adjourn and go to, do we need to go to, yeah, look for a motion to adjourn and go to closed. Yes?
Just, yeah, you got it. We can't close the public meeting. We go into closed.
We recess and then come back.
Recess. Okay, so recess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So motion to temporarily recess the city council meeting to convene in closed session to discuss the character, professional competence, or physical or mental health of an individual, pending or reasonable imminent litigation in the purchase, exchange, or lease of real property as provided by Utah Code annotated section 52-4-205. And we'll meet in the
Is that okay?
Fort Harriman Conference
So meet in
Room
Fort Harriman.
with the appropriate staff.
who do we need
that needs to
there?
be there.
With Wendy, we need Wendy, Nathan, Todd, communications. And Bryce. Oh, boy.
The youngest,
I'm pretty sure.
the youngest, right?
And Chief.
No,
Oh, Chief doesn't. Okay. Motion by Steve, all in favor? Oh, we have to roll call. Steve?
Yes.
Sherry?
Yes.
Teddy?
Yes.
I vote yes. Thank you, everybody. Be safe out there. Ooh, Michael, drive safe.
Yes. Take your time, guys.